Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that helps you leverage conflict to master your leadership skills and live your best life. Hey, I hope you're doing great today and raring to go on this fine day. So, yesterday, while I was on my morning jog, I noticed a lot of things had changed from the day before, and I noticed much more color. There were weeds and flowers along the roadway that had seemed to come to life over the matter of 24 hours. And this brought to my mind one valuable leadership lesson. So it's rained here on and off for the past 2 days, and it was actually still misting when I started my jog yesterday morning. I quickly noticed the small streams had risen quite a bit from the day prior, and I could hear the rushing water even over the sound of my playlist. But one thing that really popped out at me, and that was that everything seemed much greener and more colorful than the day before. There were tons of colorful flowers along the roadway and some very colorful weeds that looked really nice. It was actually difficult to identify the weeds from the flowers. And to tell you the truth, I really couldn't tell you if some of them were weeds or flowers. I just don't know my weeds that well. And you know what? Leaders face this dilemma every single day, trying to identify the weeds from the flowers. In leadership, however, it's not weeds and flowers, it's team members. It's identifying the good team members from the bad ones. Now, Webster Dictionary defines weeds as a plant that is not valued where it's growing and is usually of vigorous growth, one that tends to overgrow and choke out more desirable plants. Webster's also says that weeds can be an obnoxious thing or person in detrimental quality. That sounds like a bad team member to me. On the other hand, flowers are defined by Webster's as a plant that is grown and valued, sometimes even clustered together to resemble one, involved in the development of seeds and fruit, the best part or example, the finest, most vigorous part, a state of flourishing. That's pretty cool when you compare those two definitions to good and bad team members. The challenge is that some team members look like flowers on the outside, but are really weeds disguised as flowers. And these weeds are influencing other team members negatively and gaining informal power every single day. They are killing your team cohesion, morale, team unity, growth, and productivity. And probably worst of all, they are choking out your truly great team players, your superstars. Because let's face it, your good and great team players don't want to be around a bunch of weeds. They'd just as soon pick up and leave the company if you don't cut your weeds. And that's what leaders need to do. So today's challenge is for you to just start identifying who you think your flowers and weeds are. Who are the people on your team that you think are the best team players? And who are the not so great ones? Just make a list. Because over the next few days, we're going to discuss how you can identify the good from the bad, a very logical step by step, and the choices that you'll have to make when you do find the weeds. Hey, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you enjoy this show, I'd be grateful if you leave a review on whatever platform you listen on, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Google Play, or Alexa. Hey, that's a wrap for today. Until tomorrow, run to your challenges.